And if you will, we're going to use that door you see hanging there with that facade. We're going to use that as our entry point. We'll make pretend that behind that door is the first room they come to. We don't just run inside the house and run around aimlessly. When we do a dynamic entry, there's a certain way each guy's going. You know, to give you an example, the very first guy, once he gets to the door, he's usually going to take the path of least resistance. He's going to run 2 walls. Okay. What I mean by that, he's going to stay an arm length off the wall. He's going to go to that corner, transition, go to this corner, and collapse on target. Okay. The second guy is going to go the opposite direction, get the other corner, but he's going to stop at that corner and collapse his field of fire. And he should collapse to within a meter off of that officer that ran 2 walls. So now I have an officer in this corner, an officer in that corner. Number 3 is going to come in, and he's going to go this direction, take about 2-3 steps off to the right, and he's going to collapse and recollapse towards number 1 because 3 supports 1. And then number 4 is going to come in, and he's going to move to this side 2 or 3 steps and collapse towards number 2 because he's supporting number 2. So that's what we do. What it allows us to do is to get as many guns in the room with open fields of fire as we possibly can. If I'm number 1 and I go in the room and I walk deep down the middle of the room and everybody behind me, what if the target's in that corner? No one's going to be able to shoot him except me. Okay? So if I get shot from an open doorway that leads to another room, they're out of the game. They can't shoot around me. So that's why we do what we do. And we do that in every room on a dynamic type entry. On slow and deliberate entries, we tend to stay together. We'll move as a group because the closer you stay, the more angles you protect yourself from. As soon as you start to spread out, you open yourselves up to angles from different openings and different, like a bookcase or a couch or a TV, behind a TV or a closet. And so it gets cattywampus, so we stay together. Are you going to be team leader on that? SWAT 2. Normally what they'll do, the team, if they're getting ready for an explosive entry, they're going to go to what we call the LCC, last place of cover and concealment. That's when the team leader is going to go down the line and check to make sure everyone's got what they need. They got a weapon, it's ready to go. They have ear protection, eye protection. The charge, we have the safety on the charge. You may take the sticky strip off the charge, the paper strip off the charge, so it's ready to stick to the door. All that. Once we know all that's good, the team leader will call back to command and say alpha cell or whatever cell they are, L, A, B, C, D, whatever, at LCC, and then the command will say copy. And then once everybody's ready, then the command will call go to breach point, move to breach point. So then they'll go to where they're going to set up the charge. They'll set the charge. They'll back off to their minimum safe distance based on the size of the charge. And then once command gives a countdown, it's good to go. We also do what's called sniper initiated. That same sniper, if that window is a window and you can see that guy with the mask behind that window, if he was our bad guy, we may be all set up and then he initiates the whole explosive entry with the sniper shot. Command copies, move to breach point. So basically they move like in a they need more folks for this, but they move in a diamond formation, protecting the officer that's got the explosive in his hands because he doesn't have a gun out. Okay, they'll move up, protect him from the door the best they can, protect him from windows the best they can. Everybody else, they'll already establish the minimum safe distance because the explosive breacher will do a breacher's brief while they're at LCC and let them know where to go. and what the distance is, and once he places the charge, they'll back up, and they're just waiting for command to tell them to go. We're doing this in as stealthily as we can, because we obviously don't want the bad guy to know we're there.
The explosives go on the hinges?
It depends on the door, but in this case, yeah, it would be a hinge side. And again, they're just doing a demo, so it's not like a real structure. Okay. Once everybody's back, they'll make sure everybody's in the stack and ready to go. They'll give a thumb back, okay, to the team leader. Once the team leader knows everybody's ready, he'll call command, and he calls breach point. Command copies. I have control. Stand by. And I give that Murphy pause, like, okay, let's see if anything's going to fall off. Let's see if our charge is going to fall off the door. The sniper's got to take a shot, whatever. Stand by. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go in and they do their thing. It's just a tiny little thing, so they can't really spread out, but yeah. And that's an explosive entry. I'll let him come up and just